What if we made R.E.P.O too easy? Would it ruin the fun or actually fix it? Some games throw in difficulty just to mess with you for no reason. So today I installed every mod that makes R.E.P.O easier and tested if the game is actually better that way. Surely one of the first things that come to my mind when the topic of making games easier is brought up is something related to your own HP. And the first mods that I'm gonna show you are the mods that revolve around this topic. Normally you would collect your teammate's head and put it on an extraction point, and they revive only after you collected enough money and after the level. But if you don't find this mechanic that justified and you want a more forgiving way where you can be given a chance, just download the Ultimate Revive mod, which allows you to revive your friends at the very spot where you find your friend's head. But to make it less OP, the reviving costs your own HP, making it way more interesting and higher in the stakes. Though you can change the amount of HP taken from you, making it less or more easier for you. By the way, if you wanna modify the settings like I was doing in the footage you just saw, you will need to install this mod that you can also find in the description. Personally, I like when the stakes are high and there is actually meaning behind it. Either you give your HP away to save your friend, or you end up alone but with some HP. Think about it. And usually when you want to pick up the head of your friend or something else from the ground, you would crouch down. And don't you hate it when your flashlight just turns off when that happens? I mean, sure, it makes the game more harder because when you crouch, no one hears you, so they want to debuff it and make it so that you don't use it that much. Otherwise, you will just crouch and won't be caught. But I bet there are people that dislike this mechanic. For that purpose, there is a mod that allows you to change that setting called Keep My Flashlight, which allows you to use a flashlight while crouching and crawling. But let's come back to reviving. And if you don't like it when you get to the extraction point, revive your friend and he only has a very little amount of HP. Like, what's even the point of going through the whole map to finally find a reviving spot and the guy just dies after 1 minute again? You can download the More Revive HP mod that allows you to configure the setting to whichever amount you prefer. So it doesn't make it too broken, but if you know that you are playing with a newbie, it will surely make it way more enjoyable, first of all for him, if you want him to stay in the game, that is. And sometimes, when you do actually lose, you want to retry the same map, but you join the next game and the map is different, and then you feel frustrated because you wanted that exact map. Maybe because you like the vibes more, or maybe something else. There's one mod that can make you play in the same map after you lost, just retry mod. Some people say you only respawn with 1 HP after you lose. It can be a debuff for you. Some may find it better because it makes it a bit fairer, but you can change it, although some say you can't change it. For me personally, it works with that configuration mod. If none of that works, there is another extended version of this mod by another author called Just Retry Plus. If you play with friends, then only the host must download it. And it actually got me mixed up because originally I thought it can also save your progress, items, room placement, your collected items, and so on. But in reality, the purpose of this mod is to play on the map you like, or maybe refine your skills on one map you are bad at. So it's either for those who want to play on only one map, or for those who want to be able to play good on all maps, people who actually want to get good at the game. And if you are one of these people who enjoy the game when you get good at it, you might also find the next one interesting, because this mod called Post Level Summary allows you to see the amount of value you managed to extract versus the total value in that level, how much you've lost, and many other summaries. Again, if you are interested, just check out the link down below. I don't want to yap too much about it. But if you're more into experimenting with different gameplay styles, or just curious how the gameplay will turn out if some things have been done differently, for example, instead of buying the items in the shop, you can also find them as lootable items in the level itself, which does make the gameplay a bit easier since you don't need to waste your money and you can try counting on your luck. The mod is called Shop Items Spawn in Level. It enhances the gameplay and probably you will enjoy it more than just normal gameplay because this is a thing in a lot of popular and successful games, you name it. But if you still prefer playing the original version of the game, but despite that you love playing more casually, you think there are things that could be less restraining, such as, for example, too little amount of items on the shelves of the store, and you can download a mod that does exactly that. Now the shelves of the store carry more items, and that can be used to either just have some fun by having more variety or something else. You are only bounded by your fantasy. If your casual gameplay also applies to when you play multiplayer and you don't really care about taking credit and you play with someone who plays really bad, but you still want them to be on the same level, you can use Team Upgrades mod that allows you to upgrade together as a team rather than separately, which could lead to some arguments unless, as I said before, you don't care that much about it and unless you just want everyone to have fun. If you still do care a little bit about everyone earning their own credit, but still don't want to leave newbies behind, there is a milder version of the same mod that only allows each player to get one upgrade per round, and you can actually choose that one upgrade. It's like middle ground between the two. When you play that casually, sometimes you just don't want those things that can be annoying. Like, for example, when you hit the monster and you don't see how much damage you did, nor can't you see its health bar, and you just don't know how much more you need to attack it unless you download the health bar mode. With that, you can see how much HP the monster has, how much damage you do, and if you are good at math, maybe even how much hits until it dies. Like, the rest of the HP divided by your damage points. Come on, that's just basic stuff. Just a quick tip. If you are going to install this mod, install the most older version. This is how it worked for me, since the newer version requires a non-existent version of R.E.P in X. To sum up, we had a bit of pretty simple mods, but also some pretty interesting ones. You can download 1, 2, or as I tried to connect these mods to each other, and if you think that these connections make sense, you can just download all of them at once. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by pressing the like and subscribe buttons and or commenting down below. I will see you in the next one.